So, we are here for week 7, NFL 3 for 2023. A little bit on this Thursday night, but anyways. So here we go. We have national broadcast Thursday night Jackson Orange on Amazon Prime Video. You have a simulcast on WFox, Fox 3 in Jacksonville, Florida, and WDSU NBC6 in New Orleans. Sunday night is Miami and Philadelphia, that's on NBC. And San Francisco and Minnesota is on ESPN and ABC. Maybe simulcasts this year. Besides a couple, there's some early Monday Night Footballs. They were only on ESPN. And then there's a couple NFL Network, the London games, and then the one London game on ESPN Plus, the two Germany games, and then there's going to be some late, in the season, Saturday afternoon, NFL games and college bowl games are on. The regular season for colleges are not. They're gonna be on NFL Network and simulcast in local markets. And then there's one Monday night, two Monday nights, like week 14 of the year, late in the year, one on ESPN, one on ABC. So the one on ESPN will be simulcast in local markets on over the air. So Carolina, Cincinnati, Dallas, Houston, and my Jets, and Tennessee all have byes for this week. So we have CBS early. We have Buffalo, New England. Most of the country is going to show Buffalo, New England, except Washington and New York Giants area. Washington and New York Giants is going to be New York City area, and a little bit in New York, New Jersey area, and then where some New York, where like New York Giants ring areas, and then we have Philadelphia area. We have, because it's an NFC matchup, so it in Dallas, in Texas, a little bit of New Mexico and Oklahoma, a little bit of Louisiana, for reasons all Louisiana, of some of Arkansas, most of Mississippi, most of Georgia, all Georgia, most of Georgia, most of Alabama, a little bit of Florida, most of South Carolina, pretty much almost all of North Carolina, most of Virginia, a little bit of West Virginia, and some of Connecticut, Rhode Island, that area, and the Baltimore area, maybe a little bit of that area is maybe Buffalo, New England, and then Cleveland, Indianapolis, a little bit, because it's an AFC South matchup, so Houston involves, an AFC South team, so Houston, Texas is going to show that game. But that's going to be Tennessee, Pittsburgh area. You got most of West Virginia, most of Tennessee, a little bit, probably half, 2/3 of Illinois, some of Missouri, a little bit of Missouri, a little bit of Arkansas, most of Indiana, all Ohio, and all Kentucky. And then CBS late window, all of pretty much most of the country's going to see the Chargers at Kansas City, and I don't blame them. But then there's going to be the New Mexico, most of New Mexico, most are a little bit of Arizona, most are all of Colorado, I guess, a little bit of Oklahoma, about half of North Dakota, about 2/3 of North Dakota, about 1/3 maybe of South Dakota, and then some I want to say it's like Wyoming area, and a little bit of Montana. And then we have Green Bay and Denver, Minnesota, because it's NFC North convention. So then it's going to be most of Minnesota, a little bit of Iowa, like it's Minnesota Jones, and Illinois area, Chicago area, so, and then a tiny bit of Indiana, I guess, Chicago, or it's Illinois Jones or Chicago fans, and then most of Detroit, except for the Detroit metro area, and then all of Wisconsin and Upper Michigan. And then Fox single here is a big one. There's a late window on the Fox single, so it's gonna be interesting, how they determine it. But we have trade at Baltimore. Most of the countries can get Kevin Burkhardt right close to this featured game. Obviously, after not showing the game, obviously that's gonna be the game they got. Las Vegas at Chicago. We have a little bit of Wisconsin, the Madison area. We have Chicago, most of Illinois, a little bit of Missouri, a little bit of Iowa. We have a little bit of Indiana, the Fort Wayne area, and we have EW area in Kentucky, and then we have the Stanford, California, except for the Los Angeles area, and Fresno and Bakersfield and Santa Barbara area. We have San Diego area, and we have the Las Vegas area, and Reno area, and Nevada. Not all of Nevada is going to show the game. And then we have Tampa Bay. Some of because it's an NFC South matchup, so we got some of Oklahoma is going to show the game. Not all of that. We have a little bit of Texas going to show it. All of Louisiana. A little bit of Arkansas. Most of Mississippi. Most are all Georgia, Alabama, most of Georgia, a little bit of South Carolina. And then we have most of Florida, except for the Miami area. And then Austin, Texas. I'm going to show that game for whatever reason. Maybe there's a rooting area because Austin. The players went to Texas. The University of Texas. Maybe a big name player did. Who knows? Or one of the players did in general. Maybe that's a big name player. Who knows? And then we have Pittsburgh at LA Rams. Pittsburgh at LA Rams is going to be in basically the Fresno, Bakersfield, Santa Barbara, Los Angeles area. And then we have it basically in the Boston area, but New York, most of Pennsylvania, most of Ohio, the Indianapolis area, some of North Carolina, a little bit of South Carolina, except for the main metro areas. We have most of West Virginia. West Virginia and Virginia, except for DC and Baltimore, Maryland. They're going to show the Baltimore game. We have New York City, Philadelphia, Pittsburgh, all those areas. They're going to get the late game. And if the late game usually is if the other channel, if in a single usually, if you get the late game, usually that means CBS has a game on early in your area, or between two local teams. Your local team is on CBS, unless you're New York Giants, New York Jets, where New York Jets may be playing at home and the Giants on the road, or Giants are home and the Jets on the road. Then you might have a case and playing at the same time. Then you might have a case, where Fox, Fox showing the Jets, say the Giants, and CBS is showing the Jets. Maybe like that. Otherwise, usually CBS, if usually it's a single window, and Fox is a single window, and CBS. Turn the teams. Game. And then if you're if you're in late window, maybe your team is playing in the late window, the 305 late window, because the 305 late window is for teams that you overlap, because you're in the channel that gets the same window, so you don't show multiple games on the same time. And then Arizona in the Miami, Florida for a reason is going to maybe the one to Miami is, plays for maybe this show Tampa Bay for a reason. And then Memphis area is showing Memphis, Tennessee area is showing maybe someone that played for Pittsburgh Rams maybe went to Memphis College, I don't know. In Arizona and Seattle, most of Arizona, a little of California, most of Idaho, a little bit of Wyoming and Montana. You can see right there. And it's a Washington, since it's an Arizona game. And features a Washington and Oregon, a little of California, since it features on the Seattle Seahawks. And it's like City went to Las Vegas, Chicago, from to Detroit, Baltimore. So they were going to show Las Vegas, but they set up to show the featured game. So that is it here. And we have week team here, early one. Tampa at Buffalo is gonna be the game that's on Amazon and simulcast. Chicago LA Chargers on NBC, and Las Vegas and Detroit is on ESPN ABC. And we have CBS early. New York Jets at New York Giants. New England at Miami. Jacksonville at Pittsburgh. Atlanta at Tennessee. So they're showing two games that feature one AFC, one NFC team. And then San Francisco, Kansas City, Denver, and Baltimore, Arizona. They're showing another third one, actually four of them. And Fox Signal. There's 6 games. Fox gets 7, CBS gets. There's LA Rams at Dallas. Philadelphia, Washington. Minnesota, Green Bay. Arizona, Indianapolis. Houston, Carolina. And Cleveland, Seattle. Cleveland, Seattle is a late game. So there's going to be even more, wiggles with Fox Signal window. It's going to be interesting, And the announcers for CBS early is Buffalo at New England is Andy Charles Davis. Washington at New York Giants is Andrew Callan. Tiki Barber, Matt Ryan. Cleveland at Minneapolis. Indianapolis is Spiro Deeds and Marcellino. Junior Ramos Ledger at Tennessee. And Green Bay, Denver, Carolina, Trent Green. Detroit at Baltimore is Kevin Booker, Ray Wilson. They have the feature game. Kevin Kugler, Mark Sanchez, Las Vegas, Chicago. Usually get the worst game of the day. Atlanta, Tampa Bay, it's Chris Myers, Mark Shooter. Pittsburgh Rams, Emma Darrell Johnson, and Kenny Jonathan Vilma at Arizona at Seattle matchup.